Hello everyone, Miss Chica here, and Happy New Year to us all. For today's video, it's Fable time, and I'm going to tell you a story about the three little pigs. But before that, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel as well as click that like button, and also don't forget to click that bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a video, and comment down below for suggestion of topics. Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there lived a family, and this is a family of pigs. There was an old mama pig who had three little pigs, and she wants to test her children how brave and smart they are. So when they were old enough, she sent them out in the world to seek their fortunes. The first little pig was very lazy. He didn't want to work all day, so he built his house out of straw. However, its interior designs are very, very expensive, with its sofas and bed, along with its paint. The next day, a wolf happened to pass by the lane where the first pig lives, and he saw the straw house, and he smelled the pig inside. He thought the pig would make a mighty fine meal, and his mouth began to water. Yum, yum, yum. So he knocked on the door and said,
little pig, let me in, let me in."
But the little pig saw the wolf's big paws through the keyhole, so he answered back, "No, no, no, not by the hairs on my chinny chin. Then the wolf showed his teeth and said,
"Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down."
So he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house down. The wolf opened his jaws very wide and beat down as hard as he could, but the first little pig escaped and ran away to hide with the second little pig. The second little pig worked a little bit hard than the first one to build its house. But just like the first pig, it is also lazy. So he built his house out of sticks. The same with the first little pig. This second little pig focused on the interior design rather than the outside material of its house. Here comes the first little pig, carrying the bad news. The wolf continued down the lane, and he passed by the second house made of sticks. And he saw the house, and he smelled the pigs inside, and his mouth began to water as he thought about the fine dinner they would make. So he knocked on the door and said,
little pigs, let me in, let me in."
But the little pig saw the wolf's pointy ears through the keyhole, so they answered back, "No, no, no, not by the hairs on our chinny chin.
"Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down."
So he huffed and he puffed and he blew the house down. The wolf was greedy and he tried to catch both pigs at once, but he was too greedy and got neither. His big jaws clamped down on nothing but air, and the two little pigs scrambled away as fast as their little hooves would carry them. The wolf chased them down the lane and he almost caught them, but they made it to the brick house and slammed the door and closed before the wolf could catch him. This brick house is built by the third little pig, who worked hard all day and built his house with bricks. It was a sturdy house complete with a fine fireplace and chimney, which is one of the needs of the pig. It looked like it could withstand the strongest winds. Unlike the first two little pigs, this third little pig has a very nice, cozy, and simple home. Now, the three little pigs were very frightened. They knew the wolf wanted to eat them, and that was very, very true. The wolf hadn't eaten all day, and he had worked up a large appetite chasing the pigs around, and now he could smell all three of them inside, and he knew that the three little pigs would make a lovely feast. So the wolf knocked on the door and said,
Little pigs, let me in, let me in.
But the pigs saw the wolf's narrow eyes through the keyhole. So they answered back, No, not by the hairs on the chin.
Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down.
Well, he huffed and he puffed. He huffed and he puffed. And he huffed, and he puffed and puffed. But he could not blow the house down. At last, he was so out of breath that he couldn't huff and he couldn't puff anymore. So he stopped to rest and thought a bit. But this was too much. The wolf danced with rage and swore he would come down the chimney and eat up the little pigs for his supper. But while he was climbing on the roof, the little pig made up a blazing fire on the fireplace. Thus, the big bad wolf was burned down and ended up dead. And that's how the three little pigs survived the rage and the hunger of the big bad wolf. The end. That's the end of our fable for today. Thank you for watching. Sayonara!